Welcome, Agile Summit climbers. My name is Michał Parkoła, and I'm hosting this session with our amazing speaker, Piotr Kustra. Piotr is an Agile coach and systems thinking consultant at the leading Polish bank. And in this session, I will ask him how to overcome the biggest challenge facing product teams in large organizations. Welcome, Piotr.
Hello, Michael. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Before we begin, I would like to invite you to also check out other sessions during the summit, like the one with Teresa Torres, author of the book Continuous Discovery Habits. Check them out at agileonlinesummit.com. Okay, Piotr, let's dive in. So, first of all, I want to set the stage. So, in all the other interviews I did for this summit, one thing came up again and again. One of the biggest challenges for Agile product teams seems to be, especially in larger organizations, seems to be a backlog disease, featureitis. So you come in from an Agile conference, super excited to implement Agile feedback loops, form hypotheses, run experiments, and discover what your users need the most. But back at work, you find a long backlog of predefined features to deliver and not much interest or maybe outright hostility to challenge the value of this backlog. Can systems thinking help with this problem?
Well, as a systems thinker, my answer is definitely yes. But because I'm a systems thinker, I'm not going to jump right in and answer your question, because if I were not a systems thinker, I would probably think that I know precisely what your problem is. And I would start offering you a solution, a binary solution to that problem. And this is our natural default way of operating. I'm sure you and pretty much everyone has experienced a situation where someone on the other side was not understanding what you were trying to explain, or the other way around. That other person was just getting hostile, frustrated, because you were not understanding what they were trying to explain. And this situation is very deeply rooted in our belief, at least, that each of us should interpret reality in the same way, or at least very close. But in fact, that is quite the opposite. Today, science is already telling us that due to our individual biases, among other things, each of us has a unique interpretation of that reality. So you come in with a problem, and before we actually jump in, I would like to explore the concept of the problem, because it's actually quite interesting. What I'm trying to say is that in reality, in nature, the problem does not exist. The concept of the problem is really created by our thinking, by our mind. It is all about the perspective. The perspective is created by our mind. And that is why we have very often these difficulties challenging or comparing those perspectives. So let's go back to your challenge that you said. Given the limited time we have, then let's assume that your problem was defined. You are saying that our stakeholders expect us to develop as many features as possible in the shortest possible time without validating if these features are right ones.
Yeah, I would say so.
Does this capture properly your perspective of that situation?
Yes.
Okay. And the fact is that this, as you said, this statement very well describes the problem from your perspective. But because someone else has a different perspective, meaning has different biases, this statement would not even raise any red flags. Already we see that the same reality, the same statement about the same reality will be perceived differently by different people because they have different biases and they perceive the reality in a different way. So as you see, again,